guy from the hamburger train, right?
What's up, guys? How you doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Hanging out? Well, we're here. Velocity RDA. Loving this thing, man. I'm telling you guys, the Velocity RDA is the shit. I got this one from Fast Tech, about 12 bucks. I'll say when I get down and dirty with it, there's 4 of them on Fast Tech's site. Don't get the cheapest one. It looks like a tin can. This one didn't. The one I got didn't come with a bottom feeding 510 connection, which is just fine. I don't have a squonk box or nothing. But I think I tell you when I get down with this. But I'm gonna tell you now. This was designed from Cisco and Dino from Avid Vapors, and it originally cost $115, $125. They're out of stock. They're doing limited runs. That's one reason why I got the clone, and why not? I wanted to see if I liked it or not, and I love it. I am going to get the authentic one of these days. It's a 22mm drip and atomizer. It's got an adjustable 510 copper pin on it. The juice well is 6.5mm. I think when I go down I say it's 6mm, and the big bore drip tip is 12mm, and I think it measured 11 on the video, so my caliper must be off a little bit. The direct airflow is 2mm by 8mm. There's 2 of them. You can only do dual coil. You can do a single coil. I'll take that back. You can do a single coil in the middle, and then that way the airflow hits the one coil from both sides. You can show you that. Then the indirect air holes, there is 6 of them, and they're 2mm in diameter, which you can cut them down. You know, you can make them big, make them little, all that stuff. That's about all I got, so we'll get down and dirty with this, guys, and I'll be back. Alright, guys, let's get down and dirty with this Velocity. This is the box I got it in from Fast Tech. See it there? Good old Fast Tech. Took about 3 weeks to get it. This isn't the cheapest one they have. The cheapest one they have looks like a tin can. Box is empty. It's a little box. Throw that away. It comes with some silica coils already pre-built. Yeah. You know most people don't mess with that stuff. It comes with the Allen wrench, which is 1.5mm or an 1/8 inch Allen. 4 grub screws and 3 O-rings, which is nice. I'm glad they put the grub screws in there, because grub screws can strip out if you don't use the right size. I would say use an 1/8 inch. It's a whole lot tighter, even though it's a 1.5. The 1.5, if you go to crank it down and tighten them up, they're gonna strip. But anyways, here's the Velocity copper pin. It is adjustable. Checked it out. My serial number is 3897. That's from the China government right there. Of course, it's not real serial number, but it's definitely a 1-to-1 clone. Like I said, that is adjustable. I like that it is. So if you do want to run it on a hybrid or take it out to clean it, it's easier to clean. This is the bigger tip here. Let me measure it. Let me see what it measures here. Get my little calipers out. And it is 11mm. So this one's 11mm, and it unscrews, which I think is a very nice design. See, it's got threads. See the threads? So you got threads there and threads inside there. So this is the drip tip I'll probably be running, but you can put the 510 adapter tip on there. If I can get it started. Actually, the threads aren't bad on this thing at all. Takes a little bit to get that one started. Where it's down in there, it goes down inside. I guess I could have took the cap off, but it's pretty flush. No, I might end up running this. We'll see. When I first got it, I put a build in it and just used the big one. Alright, so for the guys that haven't seen the Velocity RDA, you have 6 indirect air holes along the top, and then you have 2 that go directly on your coil always. So every time you turn it, you can really fine tune it. Start to open them up. These are all even. They're all machined really good. All the edges feel good on this device. And then your direct airflow, it lines up every time. I'll show you that here in a second. But anyways, so you can really screw it down. I've been liking the indirect air hole shut, and this opened about 1 millimeter, but it just depends on what you like for a draw. Set the base off to the side. Let me take this top off. Bear with me here, it takes a while. Alright, there we go. Nice O-ring, it's not too tight. It feels a little scratchy right now because it's dry, but there's air holes, so as you adjust up with the threads, you still have holes there because they're cycloptic vertical instead of horizontal, and then there's your direct. Okay, and then it's easier to get the drip tips on and off right here. Which is nice because you have a little bit of a lip there. You see the machining, some threads down in there. It's pretty nice. I really like this RDA. Can't wait to get this build in there. Let's see the threads in there. Nice threads. It's got good build quality. I'm really actually kind of surprised how good the build quality is. Hang on, let me put some lube on these O-rings. So kind of push it in place so you find the threads. Make sure they're not cross-threaded. Back it off. Make sure it's going to start.
And we're back to screwing it on. There we go. Open up his eyeballs. Ta-da!
My eyeball's back open. Alright. And if you look, you can see that divot right in there. Let me grab a pointer. It's right there on the end of that screwdriver. Can you see it? The divot? It's pretty self-explanatory, but there's a divot right there. Not one anywhere else, but one. There. Alright. And when I show you this deck, I'm sure you guys have seen it, there is a part of metal that is bumped up just 1 millimeter, and that way when you put these two together, you always make sure that they're aligned. So I have my bump there, find my divot, which is right there. It always goes on the same way. That way as you're screwing it and adjusting it, the whole top won't spin, just your airflow. No matter how you have your direct air hole set up and your coil, they always line up the same every time, which is awesome. I love that about this thing. Alright, let's go over this deck. Here's the deck. Let me grab my screwdriver. I want to make sure, damn it, dropping shit. I want to make sure all these grub screws are tightened up. Alright. I know if I leave these things loose and I'm moving it around a lot, they'll unscrew and I'll lose one. I don't feel like losing one right now. Well, where are you? There you are. There it is. Alright, cool. This juice well is 6.5 millimeters, which I think they said the authentic was 6. Let me see here. I'm totally going off camera, aren't I? Alright, let me shrink this up. Alright, we're touching right there, and it is showing, oh, it's 6. I must have been doing something wrong last time. So it's 6 millimeters down in there. You can see that it's a healthy juice well. The only thing that worries me, and I noticed this even the authentics like this too, that peak insulator, which this says peak, that peak insulator is almost touching the outside ring. I mean, it's close right there, right on that corner. I mean, there's barely 1 millimeter of insulator right there. So if I don't get this thing too hot, if I melt that thing at all, I'm going to hard short my battery. Yeah, it is what it is. But this thing, I know you guys have seen it, but let me tell you, this thing is so stupid easy to build on, you know? I mean, you can build horizontal through the middle and do one coil. You can do vertical, horizontal, sideways. You can do about anything. It's nice. Alright guys, these O-rings look pretty nice. All the O-rings are good on this thing. I'll get my build in here and we'll finish up this video. So always find my divot. Dino and Cisco are the original designers and makers of the Velocity RDA. And I am definitely going to get the original, the authentic. You know, it's I got the clone and I'm a fanboy. I'm absolutely in love with this thing, and I will be getting the authentic. This thing is performing nicely, but I know in time I'll wear this thing out. It's going to be my RDA for a long time. It's going to be my favorite for a long time. I don't think there's anything that's going to replace this for a while. So, anyways, we'll finish this video out. I'm telling you guys, the Velocity is something that you'll love. If a person gets this and don't like it, I will buy it off you. It's stupid how good this thing is. I'll take a vape off of it. I'll shut up and cut off this indirect air holes. It's nice, man. It's nice. I got that fuse Clapton build on there. And it's vaping nice, man. Man, the top of that mod's juicy. But there's so much room in here. That's 6 wraps. And I could do at least 3 more wraps. And that's on a 3mm screwdriver too, man. Every now and then I gotta remember to find the little hole that lines everything up. But I like that, man. Every time your air hole's always the same place every time. Let's open this thing up a little bit more and we'll see what we can do for checking some clouds. Wow. Telling you guys, this thing can throw some clouds, man. I don't even have the big drip tip on there right now. I got my little one. It's nuts. Crazy. Let me open it up even more. Let's open it up wide open. You need it on these hot builds. I'm running a 0.15, 0.16. It needs it. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I love this RDA, man. This is my favorite RDA by date. You know, this time and date is my favorite. I'm guessing it's going to be my favorite for a long time. It's that good. You guys get one, man. Pick one up. You'll like it. Peace and chicken grease. I'll see you guys next time.